One journey, one fight. In less than a week, the greatest Call of Duty teams across the world will fight on one stage for $1 million and for the chance to be crowned the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 2015 champions. Every fan has their eyesight on OpTic Gaming. The Green Wall wants this team to achieve the first place finishing that they will scream every time they see these four players. But they did not always have success. They had bumps in the road, they had failures with a little bit of success. So let's go back in time, back to Modern Warfare 3, the good old days, and let's see where OpTic Gaming built their path, or as I like to say, built the Green Wall. Back in Modern Warfare 3, Activision announced Call of Duty XP, which is known as COD Champs. Rambo ends up getting dropped due to his region, Scump gets dropped due to his age, that's why them two cannot attend COD XP. OpTic Gaming feels that it's right for them to pick up Vengeance and Nadeshot. They will be playing alongside Big T and Merc. This team ends up taking first place at COD XP, the first $1 million tournament for Call of Duty. After COD XP, Nadeshot ends up getting switched over to the B team, which was known as OpTic Nation. Then the team of OpTic was formed again with Big T, Merc, Rambo, and Scum. They end up moving from OpTic to Apex, which was basically known as OpTic, but they wanted to switch over to Apex. All throughout Modern Warfare 3, Apex went on a destruction. I mean, they were that dynasty and they were that team that everybody wanted to mess with. After UMG Classic, which was the event that OpTic Nation won, OpTic Nation thought that it was their best interest to not have a competitive team and solely focus on YouTube. This is where Apex took their run and started to destroy the Modern Warfare 3 scene. With the release of Black Ops 2, we saw a boom in Call of Duty esports. Fans across the world wanted to see their favorite teams compete at one another for the first finish. With that being said, OpTic Gaming decides to drop Rambo and pick up Nadeshot. He starts to play alongside Big T and Merc and Scum. This roster will take the first place at UMG Chicago. After this, we saw nothing but bumps in the road for the Green Wall, because they start to take multiple top 4 finishes and top 8 finishes. Definitely something that the Green Wall was not expecting from OpTic Gaming. Then we slide into COD Champs for Black Ops 2. This is the tournament that every player wants to take. This is the tournament that you look forward to, that you fight hard for, that you make roster changes for, that you sketch for, but this roster stick together and they took the third finishing. It was definitely something that the Green Wall didn't want. They wanted to see their favorite team get that first place. But obviously third is better than fourth, and third is better than fifth. But it's not first. So throughout this whole process, we start to see people actually hate Nadeshot. We see them actually thinking that Nadeshot is the problem. But OpTic Gaming decides to make their own team house and call it the OpTic Gaming Team House. This is supposed to help the team practice more. This is supposed to help the team get better placings. But for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, we don't see any more first place finishes. With this new meta of team houses, teams across the world start to get their own team houses, but definitely OpTic Gaming's team house was something that fans would remember forever. Now we have Call of Duty Ghosts. Probably one of the worst competitive Call of Duty games to date, and I know each and every one of you guys can agree with me on this because this game sucked. But nonetheless, we have OpTic Gaming making another roster change. They end up dropping JCap, who was picked up at the end of Black Ops 2 and was supposed to change this roster, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Once they drop JCap, they end up picking up Ricky, and after UMG Philadelphia, Big Timer announces that he'll be retiring from Call of Duty competitively, and this is where we saw a crack in the Green Wall. This is where the Green Wall lost fate of their OpTic Gaming team. After UMG Philadelphia, we saw an avalanche of team changes. Scump leaving, Ricky leaving, Parasite joining, Sanks joining, Sanks leaving, Parasite leaving. and then we got really close to Call of Duty Championships. And this is where a lot of people said that it was nadeshot's fault. nadeshot's fault for the fall of OpTic. But going into the Call of Duty Championships for Ghost, nadeshot is able to pick up Clayster, Imbos, and Scump. Scump one day realizes that this is his team, this is his home, and he should not leave because of one simple fight. Going into Call of Duty Championships, we see OpTic Gaming take 3rd place, and it's something that the Green Wall wasn't expecting again. It was the 2nd time in a row that this team ended up getting 3rd place, but at the end of the day, the Green Wall was content with it because they were just happy their team was able to get the top 3 finishing. But after this event, we saw nothing but another roster change. OpTic Gaming believes that it was best for them to drop Imbos and make him the captain of their 2nd team, OpTic Nation. OpTic Gaming ends up picking up Proofy and forming a team that the Green Wall was so happy about, that they knew that this squad could win championships. Every single fan was finally happy about the new OpTic Gaming roster. They definitely thought that this roster was a god squad and could compete against the champions evil genius known as Complexity. Then MLG throws a bomb, announces the very first X Games called MLG X Games. This is something that every single team that was invited to very happy about, and every team wanted to win. Every team wanted to win the first gold medal. We saw OpTic Gaming fight through nothing but tears and sweat, and eventually they pulled out the W at MLG X Games and took the very first gold medal. They played against TK in a tight game 5. It went to the distance on Sovereign Search and Destroy. OpTic Gaming was able to take the W 6-4. But now we see a new era, a new roster. Another OpTic Gaming roster change, and probably one of the last roster changes that we're ever going to see for OpTic Gaming in this time and era. OpTic Gaming decides to drop Clayster and Proofy and pick up crimsix and Formula, and this is something that a lot of the fans do not understand. They feel like nadeshot really does change the OpTic Gaming lineup when things don't work out. And you know the saying, what's not broken, don't fix it. And a lot of fans thought that the old roster wasn't broken, but in my opinion, I feel like it was definitely needed. Towards the end of Ghost, you just didn't see the same exact numbers that those players were putting up at the beginning, and it's something that nadeshot knew that needed to happen. And when you look at Formal and crimsix, you have to be an idiot to not want to pick up these players. Going to the very first Advanced Warfare event, OpTic Gaming falls short and ends up placing 2nd, which is very good because they really didn't do that in Ghost that often, doing 2nd placings. They ended up taking 2nd, and after that, they have been on a 3 land streak win, taking the very first Season 1 playoffs for Advanced Warfare, then taking UMG Orlando, and then taking the US Regionals. We are less than 1 week away from COD Champs, and I don't see any other team taking out OpTic Gaming. But let's take a look at nadeshot, aka Matt Hag. This guy has definitely improved over the years. Back in Black Ops 2, he definitely was not as good as he is right now. The guy was obviously good at search because that was his upbringing. That was what he was known for. But his respawn game was definitely bad back in Black Ops 2, and something that I've noticed is that he has changed as a player overall. This guy is definitely good at respawn. Obviously he has his bad games, but some people don't get that. If you don't play comp, you don't really understand. You're gonna have a bad game. That's what's always gonna happen. You're human, you're not a robot, and you're definitely gonna have bad games. But this guy Matt, he definitely does deserve every single W that he gets, and I definitely do feel like it was the right choice for Hex to put him as captain, because he's somebody that's reliable, somebody that continued to fight for that first placing. He's passionate about Call of Duty, he wants to win, and I don't see any other team destroying these guys in less than a week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I cannot wait for Call of Duty Championships. Hopefully OpTic Gaming takes it. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite OpTic Gaming roster? As always, it's been Chriser. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.